over 30% loss on a condo townhouse in Brampton. Detached homes in Brampton are down over $400,000 since the 2022 peak. Townhomes, they're down $300,000 since the peak as well. It's only been 2 years. This is not just a market update for you guys on what's happened over the last 3 years, but it's actually a window of opportunity. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to maybe buy your first home or transition into a bigger one, we have seen enough data here to show you that it makes more sense to make your transition now than it did 3 years ago. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 specific things. I'm going to cover how much home prices have actually dropped in Brampton, what is going on right now in the market in 2025, and why this moment could actually potentially be the best opportunity for you that we've actually seen in the last few years to get into the market or to make that transition into a bigger home. If you're thinking of buying, of course, you can always text me at the number on screen. I can walk you through what that looks like for you in today's market. And if you're thinking of selling, there's a lot more challenges and nuance that goes along with it right now in today's market. I'd be happy to walk you through the steps that are necessary to get your home sold. But I'm not going to make you wait too much longer because the average prices of homes in Brampton have dropped from $1,260,000 at the peak to an average home price now of $990,000. According to recent reports, the inventory is up, of course, and that means more choice, less pressure for you as a home buyer. Sales are down year over year, but that is typical for a market like this. Of course, when there's volatility, sales are going to be down, and now we have a window of opportunity because those buyers that were potentially priced out in 2022, they are seeing a window open up with a little bit of opportunity for them to get back into the game if they so desire to buy their first property or make a transition in this real estate market. So we haven't seen something like this happen in a long time. And I'm going to show you guys on a few different charts here today how much things have actually changed. So your average Brampton home has seen a just massive drop of 26% from the February 2022 peak all the way until the end of February 2025. Now today we're going to be using the median price. We want to get those outliers out of here. So we don't want those really, really high sales and we want to get rid of those lower sales. But the detached home average price in February 2022 was actually $1,570,000. Fast forward time to today, your average price is $1,160,000. We have seen a drop here of $410,000 and 26%. If you're a move-up buyer, maybe you're selling your condo or your townhouse and you need a detached space, this is a big drop that has happened, significant drop of 26%. And the window for you to actually make that transition might make more sense for you in this category just based off of the sheer drop in price. And the semi-detached category got hit even harder. The average price for a semi-detached in 2022 was $1,272,500. We're seeing it now at $902,000 in Brampton. That's a drop of $370,500 at 29.1%. That's a staggering number. These homes are attractive for people. Of course, a semi-detached is a nice step up from a townhome, especially if you don't need all of that detached space, especially if you're building a family. You know, you might not be able to go over that $1 million price point. So a semi today works great for you, especially with some of the incentives to put down less money potentially on your down payment side of things, but it's a staggering loss. So if you bought something in 2022 and you bought your average semi-detached home, you're looking at a pretty big loss of 29%. The townhouses, we're going to start first with the freehold townhouses, and they unfortunately didn't fare better either. 28.5% loss. They were selling average for $1,175,000. We're seeing the prices now at $840,000, $335,000 less than they were selling just 3 years ago. That's $100,000 a year loss. Very scary because the reality is if you bought the home for the average price at $1,175,000, did you put more than $335,000 down? You may not have, and that means you're going to have a $800,000 mortgage and your property is only going to be worth $800,000 or $840,000. So very scary situation. And the townhouses, we've got a condo townhouses here that we're going to hit next. Unfortunately, these are the biggest hit that we are going to talk about today. Condo townhouses were selling for $901,000. Now we're seeing them at $672,000. That's a huge drop. We're almost talking $300,000, $273,000. $500,000 is the drop in price, 30.4%. Over 30% loss on a condo townhouse in Brampton. It's pretty wild, and I'll finish off the last category just to show you how much things have changed there as well. Your average condo in Brampton, albeit there's not a lot of condos, but your average was $690,000. We're at $505,000, so we're just hovering above that 400 number. And that is $185,000 loss and 26.8% loss on your money. So we've got quite a bit of issues that have happened here in the market. There's no question about it. And I will have the March numbers in very shortly. In the next few weeks, you'll get a March update on what happened in March 2025. But this video is more to show you how much the market has changed from peak till today, and it has changed substantially. We can call it north of 25 to 30% on average in Brampton is the change that we have actually seen. So what does this actually mean for you? I'm gonna have to break it down a little bit here for you. If you were looking in 2022 with a budget of $850,000, you were likely in survival mode. You probably were losing on these bidding wars every single time, and you were maybe looking for a small townhouse, maybe a condo townhouse at best. Today, an $850,000 budget is actually going to get you into more home, potentially a freehold townhome, potentially a semi-detached, maybe something that's not perfect for you but checks a lot of boxes. And this is going to give you more flexibility on your money. The rates are definitely higher than they were in 2022. That's something to consider. But if you are actually willing to get into the market now, you might be able to get more home if you have that down payment accessible. Of course, that's the most important thing. If you don't have the money to put down, I do not suggest you take max mortgage on a property, whether it's your first or second purchase. You don't want to put yourself in any financial situation where you are not confident and comfortable that you can make these payments month in and month out. So let's say you're selling a condo. Condo down 20-ish, 25% from the peak, potentially. Of course, there's a variance. So let's say your condo is down 20% and you're buying a detached that is down 26%. This difference is actually going to be more beneficial to you now as you're trading up. You're making a financial leap, of course, but you're also being able to get more house in these last few years. So there are some situations where this could work in your favor. You just have to think about what that scenario looks like, how the money is going to look on the current rates, and what the outlook is for our Canadian economy. Is it even a good time to buy? You might say to yourself. You're going to have a lot of different questions, and of course, only you can answer those with, information about your job, your security of your job, how much money you actually have, so you can put it as a down payment, put it so you don't have a massive mortgage. We saw clients taking on $8, $9, $1 million mortgages in 2022, and that's not something you should be doing in 2025. You should be very conservative with your money, because at the end of the day, if you look at your 25-year or your 30-year amortization, you are going to be paying a lot of money in interest. So if you can reduce that mortgage amount, you're going to be in a much better situation. Now, it's a great time, of course. You want to lock in the value on these homes while the prices are low. Are they going to go lower? It's possible. Are they going to go up? It's also possible. I don't think there's going to be a extreme increase from here. So I don't think appreciation is actually something we got to be thinking about when buying a home. I wouldn't be buying something and think of it as an investment in today's market based on what we're seeing out there. I'd buy something knowing that I'm going to be there for 10, 15 years with my family, enjoy the home, maybe update it as time goes on, but I wouldn't be looking at it as an investment that makes sense to put your money out there and gamble. We saw a lot of gamblers in 2022. 2025 is not a year for the gamblers. And buyers, yes, you're sitting on the sidelines, you're waiting for the crash to continue happening. You've got your popcorn ready, like a lot of you guys do in the comment section on a lot of these videos. And we've seen 25, 30% losses here in Brampton. There'll be a video that comes out for the GTA as a whole where I break down these same numbers for you. But how much more is there to drop? We don't truly know, but we will keep watching and I'll keep updating you as time goes on here. So if the interest rates continue to drop, there's a slight chance that at least that keeps the prices flat where we are today. If the interest rates and the Bank of Canada decides maybe we want to just pause rates where they are, maybe we do continue to see prices decrease a little bit more because they are still out of reach for so many people who live in Ontario today. If I can help you with anything in the real estate market, you can always message me at the number here on screen. You can click the first link in the description box down below for any free resources that I offer, as well as booking a one-on-one discovery call to get you into the real estate market. Thanks so much for watching this video. And if you found this video interesting, click my next video here. If you have a rental property in Brampton and want to learn more about the residential licensing pilot program that's happening in wards 1, 3, 5, and 7, this video will keep you up to date on what's happening right now.